Welcome everyone to Merkaba Energy Healing. So today we are asking Spirit about what you need to know to align to your soul's purpose. Now I'm just going to be very clear. We have so many purposes. We don't have one purpose here. And so I just want to keep it in mind that we are looking at what is most important for you to know right now at this time on the planet, okay? Because you have all been achieving grand things on a soul level your entire lives, whether you know it or not. Your life is extremely valuable. So we're just going to get some clarity about your soul purpose at this time. Okay, so we have 3 piles with 3 crystals. Pile 1 with message 1 has the raw orange calcite. Pile 2 with message 2 has the raw yellow quartz. And pile 3 with message 3, we have the raw blue quartz. Okay, take a deep breath, tune into your intuition, and when you feel ready, please go to the timestamps down below and I will see you at your reading. Welcome group number 1. So today we are asking Spirit about anything you need to know to align to your soul's purpose at this time on the planet. Okay, so I'm just going to take a breath here. And just inviting my highest and best guides in now to answer this question for the collective who chose pile number 1. What did they need to know to align to their soul's higher purpose at this time? So let's reveal your significator card. You chose the beautiful orange calcite. We will see if this factors into the reading. I'm sure it will, but we'll put it up here. Okay. All right. So your significator card says, embrace the moment. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so the first thing that's coming up is the sacral chakra, which the orange calcite does resonate with. So I'm hearing that for many of you, there is an emotional purging going on at this time. And this might be creating anger or irritation and moments of spontaneous crying. And so they're saying that a lot of this is repressed in this group. And sometimes you're struggling to just let it flow. So the guidance, embrace the moment, has a lot to do with allowing your emotions to just become, allowing your emotions to be released and to be acknowledged. They're saying that if you repress them further, they will transmute into judgment of yourself and judgment of others. So it's very important to release this energy at this time. They're reminding you that when you release energies that are not helpful, you're making space for more helpful energies to enter. And that is how you can align to your soul's purpose in one way at this time. There's also this idea of embracing the moment with regards to staying more present to how you're feeling, how you're thinking in this moment. Many people are moving about their lives with the remnants of yesterday's thoughts and feelings. and the anticipation or the anticipatory anxiety of what is to come. So thoughts and feelings about what is to come. But there isn't enough being in the moment. So there is guidance about embracing the moment and being in the here and now. Yeah, they're showing me Eckhart Tolle's work. It's amazing. It's crazy. I can't think of the name of his book right now, but it's about being here right now and embracing this moment right now. Now they're also showing me moments of intrusion. So they're giving me the example of noise. So if you hear noise coming in that is irritating you, be mindful of your reaction to it. Now, do understand that aligning to your soul's purpose is really about getting very grounded in your body, energetically on the earth. Okay, and so when we are thrown off by random events in our environment, we lose our grounding very quickly. So I want you to try to observe yourself and others and notice how quickly we react to everything, all the time, constant reactivity. There's guidance for this group about learning to slow down your reaction time. So let's say you hear a noisy neighbor, you don't immediately curse or bang on the wall or just feel your body tighten. Notice your immediate reaction and then breathe through it. Recognize that everything is energy, so that when some kind of nuisance rises, if you rise with it, you're actually feeding that energy. You're giving it a feeding tube from your own life force energy. And you might notice that when there are irritations, when you meet the irritation with your own irritable response, the irritation rises. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So there's a lot of guidance for this group about taking care of your sacral chakra, which is your emotional center. It's interesting that this hand is reading as a mirror to me. So there's this lesson that can be learned here about how to deflect negative energy back to itself. So I do this with my YouTube channel all the time. I surround it with a ring of mirrors facing outward. And I command that negative energy be reflected back to itself. And since I've been doing this, I haven't received many negative comments or feeling a lot of negative energy. They just don't find my channel because I command that my channel is invisible to those people, which is many, 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 many people. So there is some guidance here about learning how to do this in your own life. So they're showing me Thanksgiving. A lot of people find the holidays to be a very charged time. So they're giving some guidance here about just shielding yourself, not out of fear, but from a place of power and strength. Okay, that when you go to Thanksgiving, if there are some difficult energies there, to not be afraid or irritable, just surround yourself with mirrors facing out and allow yourself to be in a pillar of golden light. So you're just basically asking that energies that don't align with you are deflected, okay? They're reflected back to themselves. Let's put this aside and let's see what we can get, what else we can get to help you align with your soul's purpose, okay? Let's get some tea leaves. My guides, what does group number 1 need to know? What else do they need to know to align to their soul's purpose at this time? Please show me very clearly. What else do they need to know to align to their soul's purpose at this time? Okay, we have 2. Clouds, temporary problems, and scales, keep your life in balance. Okay. The clouds is definitely telling me that the way that you can go about difficulties in your life is to see them as clouds passing across the screen of your mind, across the screen of your life, right? Clouds are never here to stay. So they want to just simply remind you how to observe what is going on in your life as sort of a mere, they're giving me the word apparition. It's there almost to reflect you to yourself. So if you are calm within, then this storm that you see around you is going to pass, and eventually the calm is going to show up reflecting your energy. So they don't want you to spend too much time on any one problem, challenge, okay? They're all temporary. Now with the scales, let me ask my guides. Yeah, they're giving me the same information about how they're saying as within, so without. When you are balanced within, there is balanced energy from without. So everything begets itself, but it starts with you. Okay? Now they are showing me that there is, I don't know if this is actually what it is, but they're showing me the scales of a snake wrapped around these scales. So they are showing you that your kundalini will rise, your frequency will rise, your consciousness awakening will occur when you get into balance within yourself, when your sacral chakra is balanced. Let's get a few more cards. Feels like a very clear energy for this group. This one definitely wants to come out. Okay, handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Okay, so they're showing this to me as a divine hand coming down. So they're saying that once you feel at peace within yourself, once you feel aligned within yourself, the divine itself, source itself, will give you a hand in unveiling your soul's purpose. So for those of you who are feeling a little bit lost and a little bit disconnected, the guidance for this group overall is that some kind of balance needs to be achieved within, so that the balance that you seek, the peace that you seek, the guidance that you seek could be handed to you. Let's get one further message here, and then we're going to get a message about your soul purpose, okay? Anything else for my group number ones? Please and thank you. Nothing else is showing. One more card, please, for group number one. What else do they need to know to align to their soul's purpose? Sorry, I missed that. There it is. And then we have key, successful outcome to your problems. So we start with temporary problems and we end with successful outcome to your problems. So basically they're telling me that you have the key to unlock the answers to all the problems that you're experiencing at this time. That you are the answer. You are the answer. Let me just see what else I can get here. Spirit, what else do you want group number one to know about being in alignment with their soul's purpose? Okay, so they're very interesting. Thank you. So what they're showing me, my loves, is that they're giving me one of those janitor key rings that have 100 different keys on it. And they're showing me you unlocking this door to your soul's purpose with 1,000,000 different keys, and none of them are working. And you're getting very frustrated. Oh, let me try another key. Oh, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Let me try another one. That doesn't work. And they're saying that you're going about unlocking that door in the wrong way. There's nothing wrong with that lock. They're telling me that any one of those keys could unlock the door. It's the energy behind you that will or will not unlock this door. So are you judging your experience? Are you saying that you're not enough? Are you saying that you don't have the key to unlock your soul's purpose, or that you never will unlock your soul's purpose? or anything I do, I'm hearing try as I might, I will always fail. So there's something about, there's something about changing the way that you're thinking about your path that is important for you. I'm clearing a little through my body now. That's interesting. So yeah, so something needs to be healed in the mind for this group. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. So there is something for this group about needing to be very attentive to the way that you're thinking about your path. Are you judging your path? Are you judging yourself? They're saying that you need to try something a little bit different if something isn't working, okay? And it's not that you need to change a key. You need to change the energy behind the keys for the keys to work. Again, because any of those keys can unlock that door. I hope this is making sense. It's a very subtle shift, I have to say. They're not showing it to me as 5 years in therapy or needing to go back to the drawing board. It's a pivot. It's a very slight change, but they're wanting you to remember that it is your energy that will guide the unlocking of that door, meaning knowing your soul's mission, your soul's purpose, connecting with your guides, advancing to the next step. If there's a lot of urgency behind that, you will never unlock that door. Not never. It will be hard for you to unlock that door. Quite literally. Do you ever have a hard time unlocking a door, and the more you push the key and you jam it in and you work with it in a very hard way, it just will not unlock? But then someone else will come in and say, trust me, I'll try. And you say, there's no way you're going to open it. And they just jiggle it a little bit and they open it because their energy was more patient, tolerant, kinder, open. And so there's a lot of love and guidance for this group about having a little bit more tolerance on the path and showing yourself a lot more compassion because you have the key to unlock this door. Okay. I want to get a little bit of information about your soul's purpose. Can you show me, with regards to group number 1, soul purpose, can you give us maybe just a couple of keywords, what they need to know about their soul's purpose? What do they need to know about their soul's purpose, my guides? Can you show me very clearly? What do they need to know about their soul's purpose? These cards are a little sticky. Let me just try to shuffle them one more time. Even this, these cards are generally sticky, I will say, but I am being shown that they are a little stuck because there is a little constriction in this group, okay? So I'm just going to take a breath, asking the cards to really show themselves. What do you want group number 1 to know about their purpose so that they could have this motivation in unlocking that door? Wow, and we have passion, card number 36. Can you tell me, guys, what do they need to know about? Okay. So they want to remind you guys that the energy that should be the weight behind your unlocking that journey, that next step, that door, it should be full of passion. So you want to replace urgency, need. I'm hearing the word envy. So maybe some of you are comparing yourselves to others and saying, why can't I do what he or she can do? Okay. Replace envy. Replace despair with passion, with enthusiasm. Okay. To be a child again and imbibe in that feeling of excitement, of joy, of, wow, fireworks. What excites you? What makes you feel this awe and wonder about your path? That's the energy that they want backing your every move, they're saying. Everything in terms of your soul's journey, your soul's path, your soul's mission, okay? There should be unbridled passion behind it, What else do you want to tell my group number ones about their soul's purpose at this time? What else do you want to tell them? I just heard get back to basics, get back to basics. So this group might just be doing too much. Okay, you might be overthinking, overanalyzing. They want you to take a step back and just observe. Observe the fireworks, okay, and feel the passion, the awe again in your life. What else do you want group number one to know about their soul's purpose? That's both? No, okay. Can we just get one, please? One more card. Thank you. Okay, and now we have sanctuary. They want me to pull a third card. Okay. Okay, this is important, you guys. You might need to cultivate a practice where you enter your personal sanctuary. So every day you might want to close your eyes for about 10 minutes and go to your personal sanctuary. So this is something I often teach my clients on one-on-ones, is how to go into their personal sanctuary and get information there. So there is something about you guys slowing down and going inward and creating a sanctuary in your mind's eye and asking questions to your guides in that sanctuary. But whether you do that or not, there is something about you understanding that you are the sanctuary, you are the peaceful place, and that whatever's going on around you is not as important as what's going on within you. And that seems to be an overarching message in this group. Let me get one more card for you guys about your soul's purpose. One more card, please. Can you show me very clearly? It's not this way. One more card, please. Is this it? Yeah. Okay. And then we have action. Now, what they're telling me with this card, they just said pointed action. So you know how they said, you know, you're taking all of these different keys and trying to open the door with all these different keys, and it's very frustrated and urgent. Instead, they want you to be very mindful about the action you take. Pointed action, one goal, one target, okay? They're showing me what I do. So I'm really an Aries, my sun is in Aries, and my SUN. My sun is in Aries, and I start a lot of things but don't finish. But there's a lot that I do finish, like my doctorate, like my holistic nutrition training, like my psychic training, my astrology training, okay? But there's a lot that I haven't finished. I have about 6 different books that I'm in the middle of right now, and also about 3 different trainings that I'm still finishing, both in my psychology work and in my psychic development work. So they're showing that latter example to you and saying, don't do that. Don't do what I do. Take pointed action. And this is going to make you feel a lot more centered and grounded. Okay, so with the clouds, they're saying they don't want your head to be too much up in the clouds. I want to try this. I want to do this. They're showing me a child with 10 different cookie jars, and that child's hand taking cookies from all the cookie jars. They want you to take pointed action. Do one thing and do it fully all the way through. And they're saying to me, anyone who's listening right now who is in the middle of 3 different courses, 3 different books, you know, started a task and didn't finish it, started a painting, started putting a piece of furniture together, but didn't finish it, please comment down below, because I can hear you laughing right now that is you, okay? So please, my dear ones, take pointed action, start what you finish, and you will feel a lot more fulfillment when it comes to your soul's purpose. Now, I'm going to say to be continued, because I do plan on doing a follow-up reading in the coming weeks about your soul's purpose at this time. But this message was more about how to align to your soul's purpose so that you can get on your way more effectively and much more easily and with greater flow. Okay, my dear ones, I really hope that helped you. If it did, please give the video a thumbs up. It helps my channel grow. And as always, I send you guys so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care. Welcome, group number 2. So today we are asking Spirit what you need to know to align to your soul's purpose at this time. Please remember you have many different purposes as a soul, and it's always changing. And just by existing, you are shedding light on the planet. But we're just simply asking for any guidance to help you align more effectively to whatever your soul's purpose is at this time. So this is kind of going to be a 2-part reading. The first part, the major part, we're going to look at what you need to know to align. So anything that's in the way, anything that needs to shift or be modified. And then in the latter half of the reading, I'm just going to look at your soul's purpose in a small way, any information we need to know. And what I plan to do is have a follow-up reading really just focused on your soul's purpose. And please do let me know in the comments down below if that would be a reading you'd be interested in hearing. I think it would be, but please do let me know. Okay, so I'm just going to take a breath here. Wow, I'm already starting to clear, you guys. Excuse me, wow. That's crazy. Right off the bat, I'm clearing in this group. Okay. So you might have had some like stagnant energy that needs to be released for sure. This is happening across the planet right now. A lot of stagnant energy is being purged right now. And the coronal mass ejections are not helping. I mean, they are helping us purge, but they're not helping in the sense of, feeling overwhelmed. So a lot of people are feeling overwhelmed right now. So this is definitely relevant to your group. Okay, let me just take a moment and call my guides in. My guides, can you please clear this healing from my body? Whoa, thank you so much. Just a reminder to this group, when you feel like you need help, ask, okay? The moment I ask my guides, they really come in and help. Okay, my guides. Inviting you back in for the collective who chose pile number 2. Please tune me into their energies, helping me to transmit messages about how they can align to their soul's purpose at this time. Please show me very clearly what they need to know. Thank you. Okay, so you chose the lovely lemon quartz. Put that up there, and let's look at your significator card. Okay, right. So the first piece of guidance is have fun. Now, don't click off. This is not a simple message. Most people do not realize how important it is to have fun. Me included, I'm in this group. Okay, I spend a lot of time learning and honing my craft, and while it is fun for me, there are other ways that we need to have fun. So the card says, stop with an exclamation point. When was the last time you had fun? When was the last time you took a chance and did something silly, something totally unlike you, something just for the joy of it? It's long overdue for you to let go of your analytical mind and give yourself and your soul permission to have fun. Okay, so my guides are immediately showing me that many people do not know that a big part of your soul mission is having fun. So one way that you can align to your soul's purpose is by having more fun. When you bring more levity into your very spirit, and your spirit has a chance to just be in a state of flow, you can align to next steps much more easily. But that in and of itself is a step. They're giving me a very clear image of someone dancing and just moving the body. Moving the body moves energy, okay? For all the groups, there's a message about understanding how energy works. So whatever energy you are in is how your soul's purpose is actually going to show up. If you're in a constricted energy, your path is not going to unfold in front of you easily. If you're in a depressed energy, it's going to be hard to see the signs and serendipity around you. So very important to imbibe in this. They're giving me the word youthful for some. So some of you might feel that vitality and that youthfulness has escaped you recently. So they really do want you to imbibe in that youthful energy where you're just excited about your day. But almost to schedule in fun activities every week is going to help you align to your soul's purpose. Now, of course, I cannot help but see that these two people are looking up. So there is a message here about looking up at the stars, looking up at the sun, looking up at the sky. There might be something important for you about that. They're actually telling me to leave it there because it could be something different for everyone. You might see butterflies, you might see an eagle, you might see a dove, you might see a cloud formation, you might see some unidentified flying object, okay? You might see something in the sky that brings awe and wonder back to your experience. That's somehow important for you. Okay. Okay, let's pull some tea leaves and get some more insights about what you need to know to align to your soul's purpose. What does group number 2 need to know to align to their soul's purpose? Yeah, they're showing me smelling flowers and smelling lemons and oranges. There's something about revitalizing, even the card being orange here, to just not just stop and smell the roses in terms of slowing down, but literally smell things. This will bring more vitality. Yes, and now I'm clearing again. So there's something stuck. I feel something stagnant in the body. I am wondering if there is something physical for you guys. Yes, I'm getting a thumbs up. Yeah, some of you might need to change what you're eating. Yes. You need to eat more vibrant foods, more foods that are alive, I'm getting for this group. Yeah, I'm clearing a lot. So it does feel like maybe there are some gut issues for this group. Please let me know down below if there are any gut issues. I could also give you some feedback about that. Yeah, I'm hearing good bacteria. So kefir, probiotics, fermented foods could be good for this group. I'm also hearing slowing down your eating could be helpful. I know this is very 3D stuff, but you don't realize that when your physical body is out of alignment, it can be reflected in your soul's purpose as well, okay? Because everything is everything, okay? Your energetic field is completely related to your physical field. So when your energetic field is porous or it's not strong, then illness starts to descend on the body. Okay, I'm not talking about people who were born with illness. That's a different story, and we can get into that another time. But there is something about this group where some of you might have been dealing with chronic illness, and I'm seeing a lot. Yeah, they're showing me IBS. They're showing me a lot of gut issues, and now they're showing me a lot of prescription drugs. So maybe for some of you, you took prescription drugs when you were a child, and that threw your gut bacteria off. And you don't realize that even those of you who only had taken those drugs when you were a child but haven't in a while, that still was a very critical time of development for your stomach. And so many children who take a lot of prescription drugs when they're children, when they're younger, it throws off your gut bacteria even when you're older. So this is a good time to possibly take probiotics or eat foods rife with probiotics. I'm not a medical doctor. Please check with your medical doctor first. I'm not trying to give medical advice. These are just suggestions that you can discuss with your medical doctor. Yeah, they're showing me a lot about the physical body, food combining. They're telling me to, okay, so I have a nutritional background. So something that is good for this group to know is not to have protein and sugar together. That spikes your insulin, right? So they're showing me some people who are drinking protein shakes, but they're putting a whole bunch of fruit in there. That's not a good combination. So there's general guidance here about paying attention to how your body feels when you're eating and to be more intuitively minded when it comes to your eating, Okay, something that you're doing with your body is not working, and they're telling me it's slowing down your bowels. They're giving me the word sluggish. Yes. Okay. So they're telling me that some of you are not having fun. You're not going out. You're not dating. You're not going out with friends because your body doesn't feel good. Is that right for you guys? Are any of you experiencing that? I have a great deal of empathy for you guys in that. I have experienced that my whole life. So they're saying that one thing will affect the other. So you can't just wait for your body to feel better to do better. So just take that walk around that block or get together with one friend that you trust. They're not saying that you have to go out to a party or anything, but if you start feeling better, your body will follow. If you start taking better care of your body, you'll have more interest in your life. I hope that this is making sense. Okay, let's get some tea leaves for my group number 2s. Oh, I just got a very sharp pain in my gut there. There's definitely gut issues for this group. What else? Thank you. 2 there. Let's get 2 from the other side for my group number 2s. What else do they need to know to align to their soul's purpose, please? And thank you. Thank you. And 1 more. Okay. Good. Interesting. So since these are turned over, I'm actually going to start with these. Yeah, I just checked in with my guys. They gave me a thumbs up. Okay, ant. Work, achievement, success. Interesting. So they're giving me a very clear message with the ant here. Have you ever looked at ants? Have you ever watched them? They're wondrous creatures. They will take a single crumb and travel a very long time to bring it back to their ant hole. I don't know what that's called, that little hole in the ground. And it's a lot of work. They work so hard. Oh my God. But what my guides are highlighting is that they take 1 crumb at a time. So they're giving me 2 messages here. 1, to slow down your eating. Not crumb by crumb, but slow down your eating. They're saying that some of you are wolfing down your food, and this has something to do with not eating enough during the day and you're ravenous by night, something like this, or you're going to sleep hungry and you're ravenous in the morning. So be mindful of eating every 3 to 4 hours or whatever works for you, and slow down your eating, because when you eat fast, you're gulping down air and that is making you bloated. Number 2, they want you to slow down when it comes to everything. And that goes back to smelling the roses, literally and figuratively. So we said literally before, smelling things can revitalize you, smelling citrus, smelling flowers. But now they're talking about slowing down and smelling the roses in the metaphorical sense. Okay? Take your time. When you make decisions, when you consider who you want to bring into your life, what your next steps will be, slow down, have more fun. Part of the reason why they're bringing this message is because many of you are worker ants. You work very hard and you work long hours. And some of you just need to take a little bit of time to have a little more fun and smell the roses. Now, certainly with the jug here, this couldn't be more direct. Sometimes with the tea leaves, they tell me not to read the bottom. But for you, again, there's a 2-fold message here. First, they're saying you have to drink more water. Okay, I know it's highly physical, but that's what I'm getting. And I honor the messages. If it's not your reading, that's okay. So number 1, drink more water. I'm actually going to take a sip of my green tea. Okay, thank you. And when you're working very hard, sometimes you forget to drink. Drink, okay? Number 2, lighthearted, carefree time. Can't make that up. That just flew out of the deck. Very important for this group to slow down enough to have more jovial experiences, more carefree, laid back. They're showing me a hammock. It looks like a vacation home or an Airbnb out in the woods somewhere, a little cabin with a hammock outside. They're showing me that picture right now. But it could also just be an image that they're giving me of laid back, carefree time. But sometimes when they give me a specific image like that, it's for someone. Okay, very important for this group. Dog, protection from a powerful friend. Okay, so they're saying the bottom doesn't matter here. Dog. Okay, there's something about the kind of playfulness that you see when dogs are in a dog park or out in an open field. They want you to run around, have fun. Again, moving your body is very important for this group. The physical and the spiritual are highly connected for this group. So I am wondering if I'm speaking to a group of people who have dealt with chronic illness. Or for some of you, you might also be a caregiver, I just got. So some of the work that you've been doing is about being around illness a lot and subsequently you feeling overburdened. So there is something about just going outside and getting some fresh air. Some of you might be adopting a dog soon, and I'm getting a big thumbs up that this would bring so much vitality and so much joy. What is it, love? I don't know if you guys just heard my cat made a little whining noise. Okay. She rarely speaks during a reading. So there's definitely a message about animal companions or adopting an animal. Yeah, I'm getting another thumbs up for that. So if any of you have been thinking about that, it might be a good time to either adopt or maybe foster an animal. Bring that lightness back into your life. And then we have beautiful beetle, good fortune. Okay, so they're just saying very simply that when you take care of yourself, when you take care of your body, when you have more fun, good fortune follows. But there is a lot with nature here. Do you see? We have an ant, we have a dog, we have a beetle, okay? And jug is water. So there's a lot about being outdoors, connecting with nature, convening with animals, convening with insects in a way that feels right to you. I am hearing that if you do see a beetle, that's going to be a massive sign for you that good fortune is on the way. I'm just mentioning that, okay? But I just want to also say that they're just reminding this group that in order to unearth more of your soul's purpose, you must feel more connected to your physical body and more connected to your physical experiences on the planet. It can't all be top heavy. It can't all be about connecting with your guidance. You have to come back to the 3 lower chakras as well. Okay, the lemon quartz being here, the solar plexus chakra, which is your I am consciousness, feeling very empowered. The orange here being about the sacral chakra and being excited about things, about your emotional self, and really getting outside and being carefree and doing things that you love. So this is a very practical message. Now, I want to get a few messages about your soul purpose itself. We're just going to get a taste, right? So that if you do this, if you align more to this carefree attitude, to this jovialness, okay, and you take care of what you're eating and how much you're drinking, and you really become more intuitively minded when it comes to your eating and taking good care of your body, what do your guides want you to know about your soul's purpose? And again, please God, I will do a reading about your soul's purpose, and we'll get a lot deeper in that reading. Okay, my guides, what do you want group number 2 to know about their soul's purpose at this time? So if they align, okay, what else do you want them to know about their purpose itself? Okay. Oh, okay, and we have opening. Very interesting that they said smell the roses before. If you smell them, it will come, I'm hearing. So if you take some time to smell the roses, if you slow down, okay, if you balance, they're showing me scales now, if you balance your work and your play, then things will start to open. They're alerting me to the number 35 here, which equals 8, which is always my good fortune number, which is what they already showed us. Okay, things will start to bloom, things will start to blossom. They're actually giving me springtime as a prominent time of this year for you guys, whenever spring is in your neck of the woods, you're part of the whatever hemisphere you live in, springtime is going to be a prominent time of good fortune, assuming you adjust in this way. What else do you want them to know? Okay, they are saying that some of you might start animal communication or nature communication if you haven't already. So something about your soul's purpose is about aligning with nature in some way. You might become gardeners. You might move to a home where there's a garden and you might start getting your hands in the dirt. Yeah, there's going to be some kind of, I think that's why they were showing me that cabin in the woods with that hammock, because there is something about reconvening with nature and that's an important part of your soul's purpose. Interesting. They're highlighting the lily pad here for some reason. So maybe the name Lily or the word lily is important for someone here. Okay. What else do you want my group number 2s to know about their soul's purpose? Beautiful. We have transformation and we have all these butterflies here and the butterflies on the back of this card. And now we have dragonflies and we have butterflies, okay? And before they mentioned about looking up and that you might see a butterfly, I reckon that butterfly might be a very prominent symbol for this group, guiding you on your soul's path. I do remember when I was moving from the west side to the east side, when I lived in New York, which I lived in my whole life until recently, I was given very clear signs to my next apartment. First, I was shown coins and then feathers. So they're showing me that to me right now, which was probably about 10 years ago now, but they are saying that you guys are going to get physical signs in nature guiding you on your path. And when we say soul's path, that includes an apartment or a house that you will move to, a restaurant that you choose, a path that you take. They're all, I'm hearing they all converge in the same wood, okay? So everything is connected, you guys. They're showing me a web, a tapestry. They're showing me actually a spider web right now. Again, there's so much about insects for you guys and nature for you guys. So they told me to take the word tapestry back and just say web. There is a web, meaning these connections of each step that you take that leads to the next and leads to the next. And the most benign step that you take actually leads you to your soul's higher purpose. So do be aware of the signs here. There's definitely some prominent transformation, this being the center card for you guys. I'm hearing you coming out. So there is something about coming out or going out. So you're out of the chrysalis, you're spreading your wings. Having fun, by the way, is a big piece to the puzzle for you guys. Literally coming out, going out of your homes, letting yourself be seen. And this is not about work, this is about fun. This is about doing novel things, being adventurous, laughing, okay? But it's definitely about being outside. They're showing me dirt bikes right now for someone, and they're also showing me rappelling. So I don't know if some of you guys like adventures like this outside, but they're definitely showing me outdoor activities for this group. What else? One more card for group number 2. Oh, that definitely wants to come out. Ooh, and we have light, card number 32, and we have a swing. Very clear message, you guys, about having fun, about feeling free. Just like the opening here, the butterfly wings, and now her arms open. There's something about saying, I open my arms to the universe. Please bring me joy and fun. Being open to experiences. This is what is going to align you to your soul's purpose. And they're also reminding me to tell you guys that that is your soul's purpose, is to open up your arms to joy and having fun. It's a huge message for this group, a huge message. They're saying that as you experience more of this lightness, more of this carefree attitude, this carefree experience, your stomach, your very digestive systems, they're going to calm. The pain in your body is going to relax. The more you relax your mind, the more your body will feel relaxed because the body follows the mind. Please remember this, group number 2. So please let me know in the comments down below if you would like a literal soul purpose reading. I would like to do one, but I really just want to know what my community would like to hear, okay? So sending you guys so much love and so many blessings. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it too. And until the next reading, take very, very good care. Thank you for being here. Welcome, group number 3. So today we are asking Spirit what you need to know to align to your soul's purpose at this time. Inviting my guides in again once more. Calling in my highest and best guides now. Please tune me in to the energy of the collective that chose pile number 3. What do they need to know to align to their soul's purpose at this time? Thank you so much. Okay, they're already saying a few different things, but they're telling me to turn the card over because it has to do with this card. Okay, beautiful. We have the word study, and the message is Spirit has its own special way of letting you know that it's time to study again. From time to time, it's important to go back and learn, whether that's learning old things in a new way or learning something totally new. This is an opportunity to expand your mind. Okay. The first thing that I'm being shown, interestingly, is that you can learn by teaching. So some of you might have been thinking about teaching other people what you already know. When you do this, you expand your own knowledge, okay? I've been thinking about developing a psychic development class and asking you guys if you're interested in that. I have some people in my personal life, my own clients that I know are interested. Please let me know in the comments down below. But I've been shown that for a while. Have any of you been shown in any way, even if you don't feel guided from some higher guidance? Has your intuition been telling you to lead in some way, to be in a forum where you can share ideas in some way? This is the first thing I'm getting. They're also showing me writing a book or writing a pamphlet or a blog or writing something. And with the blue quartz here, we're talking about expanding your field of communication in all forms. Yeah, they're showing me the 3rd house now. So how can you express, communicate, pass on wisdom, learn more knowledge, learn more information to hone your craft? This is very big for this group. I went through a period where I was learning nonstop, literally. And then I went through a period of teaching. And then I went through a period of healing. And then I went through a period of healing others. So we go through these periods in our lives where we're guided to act more, to rest more, and so on and so forth. So there's definitely a message for this group about getting back into a place of action, or to reframe something, modify, tweak something that you've been doing. So I've had some people comment on my channel that they do not feel connected to their guides. Now, something I just want to say to any of you who chose this group. If you don't feel connected to your guides, think about what you're doing to connect to your guides and change something. Because whatever you're doing may not be the best way. And I don't just mean, oh, okay, I'm pulling cards and that's not working, so let me use a pendulum now. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the way you're approaching it. They're saying, yes, the actual skill, the actual activity can change. So you might want to use dowsing rods instead of cards and some such thing. But for all 3 groups, there's a message about the energy behind the task that you're embarking on. If there is too much constriction or urgency behind it, you can thwart your own development. So if you want it too much, in other words, it can be hard to manifest. So it might be time to either let go of the way you've been doing one thing and engage in a different kind of study, or honing your craft in a different way, or teaching, disseminating what you do know. And you might actually come to realize that you know a lot more than you think, and that you're a lot more guided than you even have realized. But do let me know down below if you'd be interested in a psychic development course, because that's something I know a whole lot about. So is there something that you want to study? Is there something that you want to learn? Is there some place that you want to pivot? Spirit is giving very practical guidance for all three groups about how to be more in alignment with your soul's purpose at this time. Okay. Now, there is something about meditation for this group. With this person's eyes being closed, there might be a lot of communication going on, a lot of studying for this group going on, and it might be too heavy, where you might need to quiet your mind and take what you've learned and put it into practice. Okay? So, whether it's learning old things in a new way or learning something totally new. So you might be taking something that you learned in a class and now applying it. Yeah, I'm hearing the words practical application. So you might have learned how to ask the right question or be in the right energetic frequency to connect with a guide. Now you have to put that into practice. Okay, take it how it resonates. It's going to be different for everyone, obviously. But I am getting for some of you is that you need to open up your mind beyond the 3D. So you need to take what you've studied and now get really quiet, ask questions, and really just listen. And some of you, it's the reverse. You have to get out of the meditation, out of the upper chakras, and down into your lower chakras and really get down to work. Really study, okay? You know, get some books. If you want some recommendations for books, please let me know in the comments and I'll recommend works to you, depending on what it is that you're interested in, okay? All right, let's put that aside. Let's get some messages from the tea leaves. What else do you want my group? I'm just taking a sip of water, guys. One sec. Sorry. Okay, what else do you want my group number 3s to know about aligning to their soul's purpose? What else do you want them to know? Okay, we have 2 here. I'm going to get 4. Interesting. What else do you want my group number 3s to know about aligning to their soul's purpose? Whoa. Oh my goodness. Cards just flew. There's so many, you guys, so I'm not going to take them. Let's do that one more time. That was my bad. Okay, there actually was a message there. Let me just hear what my guides want to tell me. Yeah, so for some of you, it is about putting the tools down, putting the books down, and knowing that you know enough to take the next step, whatever that is for you, okay? My guys, what do you want group number 3 to know to align to their soul's purpose at this time? What do you want them to know? Spear and rats. Okay. Someone working against or behind your back. Okay, let me just tune into these cards because this just took a whole left turn. Okay, there's actually a few different messages here. Interesting that we have 2 hearts right in the middle, love, deep affection, and caring, and then we have spear, heartache over what you no longer have. So there is something about, okay, I'm hearing that some of you are overthinking, overanalyzing, or overstudying because you are trying to avoid some emotional experience. That message just went way left, but there it is. They're saying it didn't go left, it is going right, but it is a different message. So they're saying that this group does need to learn heart-mind coherence, where everything, all the energy that you put towards your studies, all the energy you put towards your spiritual advancement and development, that energy needs to go into your heart as well. So there's something about needing to become more emotionally fulfilled. Yeah, so where the whale is, great worry over nothing. This whale is swimming along beautifully. He's swimming, though, towards the heart, if you can see that here. So they're saying that some of you are really, really concerned or worried about your advancement on your path. Am I going to get to where I need to be? And the guidance for this group, in large part, secondary to what they originally said with the significator card, is that there needs to be a little bit more of a heart-centered approach. It's not passion. I'm asking questions in my mind. It's more of this settled energy of love and self-acceptance. Because some of you are fretting over what you can't do, what you don't have, or what hasn't come to fruition. But they're saying that if you just come from a place that's more heart-centered, that feels more calm in the heart, I don't know how else to say this, your mind will settle down. So it's interesting. In group number 2, they were talking how the body follows the minds. This is your heart will follow your mind. So if your mind is too centered on overthinking and overanalyzing, the heart gets a little shut down, gets a little quiet. And I am seeing that for some of you, you've been wanting love or you've been wanting friendship and you've been having a hard time finding it. With the rat, they're saying some of you have not had very pleasant experiences, specifically in friendship. Okay? And they're saying that you can align to higher love and higher friendship if you pay more attention to your own heart. I know it's a very simple message, but they're giving very practical, simple messages today. I'm very in my body in today's messages, very practical, okay? They want you to start showing yourself a lot more affection. For those of you who are looking for love and those who are wanting more friendship in your lives, it's time to do for yourself what you might like someone else to do for you. So they're showing me buying yourself a bouquet of flowers or a little box of chocolates. They're showing speaking a kind word to yourself at night. Like they're showing me someone tucking themselves into bed and saying, you know, I love you, Merkaba Energy Healing. You know, whatever your name is. You can call me Dr. K, by the way, if anyone wants to speak to me directly. All my patients and clients call me Dr. K, okay? They're showing someone snuggled in bed and reading a book aloud to themselves as if you're reading to a child, okay? Buying yourself a little pastry and a cup of coffee and just watching people go by. There's something about you guys being very hard workers, and whilst they want you to return perhaps to study in some way, they need you to balance it with heart-centered activity towards yourself. They're also showing me that you might need to reach out to someone for help. So yeah, like let's say you've had a question about something, like reach out to a teacher, a mentor, a guide, and get that question answered. You don't have to do everything alone. For some reason, they're saying that some of you have been going it alone for too long, okay? And maybe you have actually experienced heartache, and that's why you've been a bit gun-shy when it comes to dating or relationships in general, all kinds of relationships. Now, they're saying there isn't anyone working against you or behind your back, but they are telling me that someone might have done this to you in the past. And so some of you, with the spear and the rat, there's this feeling of, I don't really want to pay attention to my heart too much because people have not been good to me. People have not been kind. And I get you. I totally get you. Light workers, star seeds, heart-centered people, we've been through it. I got you. I really understand, okay? That's why I have such a crazy connection with animals, okay? Because they get me, okay? When you live with an open heart, it can be really rough on this planet. But you guys in my community and me in your community, so to speak, we are heart-centered beings, okay? We need to have each other's backs, and we need to encourage each other to go out and seek out people who are heart-centered. And the only way those people can find us is if we live in the heart and we show ourselves compassion first and foremost. I know my animals have shown me how to be more loving towards myself. For those of you who have animals, maybe you have learned the same. Please let me know in the comments. But for any of those of you who don't have animals or don't want animals, it is high time for you to show yourself a lot of love and to balance that energy with the energy you put towards your own spiritual advancement. And they're saying not just spiritual advancement, they're saying this group is just hard workers overall. Well, they're saying they're retracting that. Seekers of knowledge. Okay, it's not about hard work, actually. They're saying that's more for group number 2. It doesn't mean you guys aren't hard workers. It's just that you're more defined by this energy of seeking truth and seeking knowledge, okay? And they want you to pursue your heart, pursue your self-love and self-compassion with as much vigor and as much passion as you do knowledge and mysticism and all of that good stuff. Okay, group number 3. So let's get a little bit more information about your soul's purpose. And please let me know again in the comments down below if you would like a soul purpose reading, like what you're here to do at this time. I feel called to do it, but if you guys don't tell me, I don't know to do it. I really need your feedback, you guys, okay? And I do listen. I read every single comment, okay? And I will do that as long as I possibly can. My guides for group number 3, what do they need to know about their soul's purpose at this time? What do they need to know? Oh, beautiful. I think group number 2 got this card as well, action. So that really resonates with the study card. Okay, I am getting a similar message to group number 2 with the bow and arrow here. So they want you to take pointed action. Group number 2 got that exact same message. So create a target and go towards that target. Don't get, okay, the message is slightly different for you. They're saying for this group, don't get discouraged if you haven't yet hit your target, okay? Group number 2, it was more about doing a million things at once. But for you, that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting that you might feel discouraged on your path. You might, right, I'm speaking to some of you who have said to me, I don't hear my guides, where are they? I'm going to do a reading on that as well, by the way. But what I want to say is they want you to stay the course, but you must bring your heart more into it, okay? It can't just be, I remember when I was going after my doctorate, there were days where it was just pure grit, getting by the skin of my teeth, sleeping 3 hours a night, if that, I'm laughing, 2 hours a night. And it was just paper after paper, test after test, studying. And I lost my passion a little bit somewhere and I got pretty sick, okay? I got like a mild case of shingles. It was really bad. You guys have to come back to your heart and find what you love about what you're doing again, okay? And stay the course. So they want you to continue to stay the course or to take action if you haven't been studying, if you haven't been accruing knowledge lately and you've been taking a break, they're gently reminding you to get back into it. Now they are highlighting the 3 here, and before with the spear, certainly I saw the 3 of Swords. So some of you really might have been through heartache and that's what's been taking you some time to get back into your heart. And there's a great deal of empathy coming through from my guides to you that your heart is healing now and they're just gently buttressing you on your path to take that next step of opening your heart a bit more to your world, to your life, to yourself, and show yourself some TLC, okay, tender loving care. Okay, what else does my group number 3 need to know about their soul's purpose at this time? And we have focus. Very interesting, very interesting. We have 2 people pointing at the sky here, and we have action and focus, and they just said, hit your target. But this one is pointing back, and this one is pointing forward. You see that, you guys? So there's something about, with 22 being a master number and 3 being a sort of imbalance number, there is this message about focusing on the right thing. Are you trying to do the same thing over and over and over again? It's not working. Are you trying to block yourself from heartache from the past and it's thwarting your path? Are you looking in the wrong direction? Take another perspective. They just showed me the hangman there, okay? Look in another direction. Pivot slightly. Try something different, something a little bit more advanced. This person has a bow and arrow. This person has a telescope. Okay? So there's something about shifting your focus in such a way that's coming more from the heart, that's looking forward, that's imbibing in the wonder and the beauty in the world. With master number 22, 22 might resonate for someone here, right? We're going from a 3 to a 4. So there's forward movement, but there's not a big leap. Okay, so it's not like you're doing anything wrong. There's just a gentle reminder to look upon what you're doing and asking, number one, what's the energy behind it? Is it coming from heart-centered emotion, love, interest? Is it coming from a place of grace? Or is it coming from a place of urgency or from a place of avoidance? Are you doing the same thing round and round and getting the same outcome? Time to shift your focus ever so slightly. Have a little more wonder, a little more interest, okay? Come from a place of, I'm not sure, I don't know, a little bit of, again, this wonder. Okay, very interesting how that showed up here. Again, action and focus, and then we have this open heart and this broken heart. Very, very interesting. Very interesting reading here. Let's get one more card from my group number 3's purpose, aligning to their soul's purpose. What else do you want to tell them about their purpose? I keep hearing you're on the right track, by the way, you guys. Keep hearing that. You're on the right track. You're on the right track. And last, we have embracing. It's so interesting, you guys. You've got this juxtaposition between heart and mind, stillness and movement. Okay? Embracing with this lovely pink dress, we've got more of this heart-centered energy. With the moon, we've got emotion. But right, the moon often denotes secrecy or things that are unseen. What have you not allowed yourselves to look at, to see? What might you be avoiding? With the 6 here, they just showed me the 6 of Cups being a card of nostalgia. Are you looking too much in your rearview mirror, you guys? Something that might be misaligning you is that you're looking back instead of forward, that you're not aligned in your heart enough. Again, the message might not resonate for everyone, but we have a very interesting combination of energies here for this group about pivoting a little bit in your focus, staying the course, maybe learning something totally new, or going about how you're learning old things in a new way. And this heart-mind coherence, making sure that your heart is in tow. Are you looking back at past hurts? Are you revolving around old hurts or old ways of doing things? It's time to look forward. It's time to mend. It's time to believe that new loving people can come into your life. New friendships, new lovers, new mentors, and to maybe ask for a little bit of help, if you're stuck a little bit. And of course, you can start by doing that here with me. I would joyfully answer your questions in the comments. Okay? So again, please let me know in the comments down below if you would like a soul purpose reading, pick a card reading. And if nothing else, thank you so much for being here. That was such a pleasure reading for you guys. And I send you so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care.